So this is the Tata Nexon 2019 variant. I purchased this in January 2020. I got big discounts on it. So this is the XM variant. The new XM has a new steering wheel, but it doesn't have these buttons. So I'm happy to have this one because it's really handy to use that instead of using that whole. Uh, it doesn't make sense having that horn right through the corners, but it looks funky, but it doesn't have buttons. So better having this one. I'll share some thoughts with you. Now, this is the XM variant. The car is actually, the ignition is on. So this doesn't have a button start, it's a normal key start. It doesn't have a screen, which you can see, because we have the XT variant from which we get the touchscreen display, but I'm happy with this one. This is actually my car and I daily drive it, and I'm happy that I don't have that screen because it's kind of a bit distracting for me when I ride. So let's talk about the interior first. This is the, I think it looks quite similar, a bit of Land Rover, because the Tata has Land Rover and Jaguar right now, so they make interior like that only. This center console, it completely extends to the back, giving a nice and rich feel. The dashboard is shiny, I mean the gloss feel, and the plastic looks also of good quality. Steering is not leather wrapped, but this one looks more ergonomic to hold, because the leather wrap makes the steering feel a bit heavy, like it becomes thicker. Like if you have seen my Altroz review, it's a top end variant, that one, exit optional. It has leather wrapped steering wheel. So this is the petrol version. In the city I get mileage of around 11 or 12 kilometer, and it also depends on the condition I drive. Like when I drive little more like a turtle, slow, the mileage increases like 14 or 15, and on the highways it's 17 and 18 something. It's just fine. I paid 1 lakh less for this car rather buying diesel, so that cost counts. Calculate किया क्या? So now talking about the driving feel of this car, this does have 3 modes. We don't have a sport mode in the Altroz like I said before, but the sport mode really kicks in the feel and the power when I put it in the sport mode. Like you can see there, it's saying city, and I'll change it. It's eco and then sports. So in eco it goes really slow, really. You won't feel any pickup and any torquey feeling when you press the pedal. And in the city it's like average, like no more no peak torque or something, and not even just dead, it's in the middle. But when you change it in the sport, the car comes really in the maniac point, and it just pulls when you press the throttle. There's the Altroz. I hope you like that video. The driving feel of the Altroz is also really good, but this one feels a bit more punchy and fun to drive. Like it has the sport mode that lacks that torquey feeling like the top end which this car has, and it also has the engine which has 85 bhp, and this one has 110 bhp petrol engine. Both has three cylinders. So now let me tell you the perks of buying a Nexon over an Altroz. You can go anywhere. You can go through deep holes, through large breakers, and also cruise at a higher, I mean its height quite beneficial for the ride. It's comfy when you ride on the highway. You feel setting up a bit higher from the ground, and the view is also good from up here. That one feels like little more lower to the ground, and when you ride it fast, and it feels better through the corners in the city as well. But this one gives a more better cruising feeling, like when you cruise on highway. And if you ask me, I'll suggest the XM variant. This is the perfect variant of the Nexon to buy, because it has everything, like more than everything, all the things you will need. that screen isn't, it's a bit like uh, a bait or something we can say at dikhawa. It's not that beneficial in any car, like especially in the Nexon. It pops up from the dashboard and blocks the view, or the front windscreen. I mean, obviously. So you can go with this variant. It's really good to use this screen. It gives more than enough information, and the speakers are also really good, really good. Hope you like this video. Like, share and subscribe.